Hey, sit down, there's no rush at all. I put on some coffee a while ago. If you want some, your mug's right there, right where it always sits. Same spot it's been in for years. This workshop's always been a good place to talk, hasn't it? No screens to pull your attention away, no noise from outside creeping into the conversation. Just the two of us and whatever needs saying. Just the smell of sawdust, the coffee, and that same old stool you used to sit on as a kid, watching me work for hours without saying a word, just content to be near me, just you and me, and whatever's on your mind. And today I want to talk about something important, something I've been thinking about since this morning, since before you even walked through that door. I've been turning it over in my head, trying to find the right way to say it, and I don't think there's a perfect way, so I'm just going to say it plainly. I know today was the day, the interview, the waiting, the phone that didn't ring when you wanted it to. I saw you checking it every 5 minutes, even though you tried to hide it, even though you put on that face like it didn't matter that much, like you weren't invested, like it was just another day. You don't have to hide that with me, you never did. Not since you were small and used to come running in here with your face all twisted up, trying not to cry about something. I know what it feels like to wait for something you actually care about. That silence that stretches out too long. Those minutes that never seem to end when your whole future feels like it's hanging on one call, one email, one decision made by someone who doesn't even know your name yet. And I know you were scared, scared of not being enough, of saying the wrong thing, of them noticing how nervous you were the second you walked through that door and shook their hand. That doesn't make you weak, even if fear tries to convince you it does, even if some part of you spent the whole day telling yourself you should feel calmer than you did. That makes you someone who actually cares about what they do, someone who understands that this matters. People who never put themselves out there are never afraid of anything, because they never risk anything either. They stay comfortable and safe, and they never know what it feels like to want something badly enough that it scares them. You were afraid, and you showed up anyway, hands shaking on the inside if they had to. Voice may be a little unsteady, but you showed up, and that's the part that counts. I started the same way, got my first job with my hands actually shaking, lying about how confident I felt, praying nobody would notice I was terrified underneath it all, that I had no idea if I was good enough for what they were asking of me. Nobody prepares you for that. Nobody sits you down when you're young and tells you that confidence isn't the absence of fear. It's being afraid and showing up anyway, over and over, until it starts to hurt a little less each time, until one day you look back and realize the fear never really left. You just got better at carrying it. I learned that the hard way over years, through mistakes I'm not going to bore you with today. And now, after all this time standing here in this workshop with you, I'm telling you what I wish someone had told me back then. And I want you to know something you might not fully see yet. Not today, maybe not for a while. This isn't just a paycheck, even though the paycheck matters a lot. I'm not going to lie to you about that. Money is real and it matters, and anyone who tells you otherwise probably has plenty of it, but this is the first time someone outside this family looked at what you can do, what you're capable of giving, and said, yes, this is worth something, keep doing it. That's different from me saying it. I was always going to say it. I've been saying it since the day you were born, since before you could even understand the words. But this came from someone who had absolutely no obligation to say it at all, someone who owes you nothing, who looked at you as a stranger and still decided you were worth the chance. I saw the nights you stayed up late preparing answers, that light in your room on until who knows what hour, the sound of you talking to yourself through the wall, running through questions you were afraid they might ask. I saw you practicing in the mirror, running the same line over and over, laughing at yourself when you tripped over the words, getting frustrated, starting again. I saw the exact moment you almost gave up. That night you said it wasn't worth trying anymore, that you'd rather not try than try and fail, and you didn't give up, even though every part of you wanted to. That night, none of that was wasted, even if it felt that way at the time, even if it felt like all that effort was going nowhere. Every piece of that preparation, every lost night of sleep, every rehearsed sentence is in today's result, whether you can see the thread connecting them or not. You got the job. And I want you to look at me for a second, because I mean this, looking you right in the eyes, not just saying words to fill the silence. I'm proud of you. Not proud just because you got something good. Anyone could say that. It doesn't cost anything to say that. Proud of how you did it, that you were scared and showed up anyway, that you didn't let that fear make the decision for you, not once, even though it easily could have, even though it would have been the easier path to just not try at all and never risk hearing no. You chose the harder thing, and you did it scared, and that matters more to me than the outcome itself. Now comes the new part, and I want you to know there'll be hard days in that too, days that have nothing to do with today's win. Days you'll wonder if you can actually handle this, if you belong in that room, if they made a mistake picking you. Days you'll want to come back to this workshop and stay somewhere you feel safe, somewhere nobody's watching, somewhere you already know how everything works. When those days come, and they will, I won't pretend they won't, I want you to remember what I'm telling you right now, word for word if you have to. You don't need to feel completely ready to do something well. Nobody really does, not even the people who look like they have it all figured out. You just need to show up one more time, and then again after that. You already proved that today, and you'll prove it again as many times as it takes, for as long as it takes. Go on, finish that coffee slowly, and stay a little longer if you want. There's no rush to get back out into the world. No clock running out on this conversation. But when you finally walk out that door, I want you to walk out knowing this, keeping it somewhere safe, inside where you can find it again on the hard days. Whatever happens from here, whatever tomorrow or next week or next year brings, today you did something worth recognizing. And I'm recognizing it right now, and I'll keep recognizing it again and again for as long as you need to hear it. I'm your dad, and I'm proud of you,